Okay, we're going to talk about the Nightmare Orb. You get this from the new Halloween event, which won't last forever. And the way to use it is to equip it onto the Halloween version or variant of Kabunga. You can find it in the Halloween event area. We'll talk about that a little bit later into the video. But first, we're going to try to evolve it right now. To evolve it, you're going to give the Nightmare Orb to Kabunga, basically. So you're going to give Kabunga, and you have to trade it to any Loomian, basically. So we're going to put it into our little bank here. Right here, or PC, and we're gonna go trade our alt account that we have here in game real quick. All right, so now we're gonna put in our Kabunga and trade that pretty much for sure. Oops, I don't know how to trade in this game. And then if we trade that over, we should be able to pretty much get this going here. Here we go. Look, ready. Ready. So this should work, possibly. There we go. Now it's Kabunga's evolving. This is a gleaming version of Kabunga, so it'll look different, of course, than the normal one. And there we go. We got ourselves a Waka-Laka. There we go. Fungus Curse. Let's go quickly here. There we go. That is the new variant there, but it's also the gleaming one, so you can just get the colors there, here and there of that, I guess. Alright, here he is in game here, Waka-Laka, whatever it's called. Here are the stats, not stats, but if you want to look at them, makes a very weird noise. I don't know. There is that. Alright, let's talk about the event. So the event, if you don't know where it's located, it is pretty simple. You want to go to Certified City. You want to head over to the Battle Theater. Once you head to the Battle Theater, you will pretty much head to the right side, and you'll head into this Pollute Corp research facility, basically. But just for an example here, we'll head over outside to show the full thing here. So when you want to head over to the Battle Theater, you only need to have the Pollute Corp card, which you do the story. And so here's the Battle Theater. Instead of going to the Battle Theater, you head down to the right. Then you want to talk to the scientist. Talk to the scientist, and you teleport to Nightmare place. But when you finish all the story quests, which we'll go about later, when you talk to him, you'll get this new dialogue, which is exchange sweets. You get sweets by being in the vent area, and when you get 100 sweets here, you can keep buying it over and over again. If you want to get, you know, another Waka-Laka, whatever it's called, you can just keep buying it. It's 100 sweets and here and there. So how does this happen? How do we actually get these sweets and all that stuff? So you want to head over, when you talk to him, you talk to him twice. So the first time he gives you dialogue, second time you press enter Nightmare. You enter the Nightmare. Once you enter the Nightmare, you want to go to the house. There's some dialogue that says, alright, go to the house, talk to the house, and the house will tell you to go to the pumpkin patch in the area and get candy or spooky candy treats that spawn in the pumpkin patch. What that really means is that when you go to this area over here, pretty much we get the new event Loomians that spawn. Here we have the Kabunga, which you can find the variant here. And you can see it's that's the non-gleaming version there. But of course, now when you want to find pumpkins, they are a object or a pumpkin that spawns randomly in this area. You have to be in the area for them to spawn. Of course, you can still encounter other Loomians while you're doing this hunt here. But you'll get pumpkin will spawn, and it's not, you don't fight anybody, it's your pumpkin, doesn't matter. Everybody sees the same pumpkin, but you can still claim, everyone can claim it, pretty much how that goes. You can just AFK here if you want. You don't have to fight Loomians if you, that's how it goes. But once it spawns, you click on it, and it'll give you either one spooky treat, 2 or 3 spooky treats. It's random and all that stuff. Of course, It's a very high encounter rate in this area. So here we have a pumpkin that spawns like every 30-40 seconds. Click on it. I'll give you a message here. 3 spooky treats. It could be 3, 1, or 2, of course. And then you just keep waiting here, and more will spawn. They don't despawn that commonly, so you can stay here for a bit without getting them up. But they will spawn pretty much all the time. And then the quest to get the legendary for this area, it forces you to get 25 candy spooky treats. Now, don't worry. The door, the legendary at the door will pretty much say, okay, give me 25 candy. You can either say yes or no. If you say yes, it will force you to get another 25 candy. What you really want to do is actually click no when it says get you 25 more candy, as when you get 25, when you do that, you will fight the legendary, which is this one here, Metronet here. This is, make sure you got capture discs, as it's level 35, so make sure you can do that. As you can see, you can capture it. It is a roaming Loomian. You can also redo the fight over and over again if you don't like the one you got. So you can grind for gleamings if you want to, here and there. Of course, once you're done that, you want to head back to the scientist outside, and then you can now trade in your spooky candy and get a Nightmare Orb from doing that, pretty much. So there you go. That is the Nightmare Orb, and that's how you use it, and that's how you get one as well. And also, just so that everybody knows, is that even if you say yes to getting 25 more candy, you do not lose any progress. I did it twice just to see what happens. So I did 25, and I got another 25. When you beat Metronet, you get your candy that you gave to the door. So if I did 25, right, then pretty much, what do you call it? If you did 25, you get 50 back. If you did like 75, you get 75 back. So it doesn't matter if you keep saying yes and yes. It doesn't make a big difference. You could just keep on, you know, what do you call it? You can keep doing it, or just say no and get the fight automatically or right away, and then keep grinding like these guys. See how like they're teleporting back and forth, they're running back and all that stuff. So there you go. That is the orb there, and this is what we get gleaming wise, but it'll be green instead. And there you go. Waka-Laka. There you go. Very cool looking one. Actually, where does he pop up in the Luminpedia? Actually curious. All the way down there, 150. Interesting. The Shaman Loomian. No description. Do they have descriptions usually? They do. Yeah, too early, I guess. There you go. That is it for the video there.